Hello and welcome on this very, very wet and miserable Wednesday afternoon. How are we all doing? Welcome to Mind to Mike. News has just broke. News has just broke officially that Manchester United have officially signed Daniel James, the Welsh winger from Swansea. This won't be any new news to most Man United fans because it was stated last week that we have signed him in principle. So if you are here, give us a little like, give us a comment, and get involved. This is a new stream. Daniel James has been signed. Let me know what you think. I think it's a good signing for United. If he is the only signing we make this summer, it will be a disastrous summer. However, the likes of Daniel James are exactly the sort of players that Man United need to be bringing in. FIFA saved my life. How are we doing, my man? How are we doing? Saw your stream yesterday. Very sorry to see you get the Italian tots. I got Madison when I done the Prem one. I was gutted, so I know how you feel. Good. Looking forward to our collab on Friday. Sort of just been doing a little bit of Everton research. Ask you a few questions on that. We're back on Dan James. He's the sort of player that we need to bring in to keep the likes of Martial, Rashford on their toes, really, because they're getting a little bit too complacent. And the likes of Dan James on their tails is exactly what you need to make sure that they're on their top game, because we've seen at the back end of last season when United were, I think we won 2 in 10, 11. The players just weren't asked. So you need the likes of a young, hungry, skillful, youthful player with his arse on fire, as they say, to prove he's worth at United. 18 million is the official price, and to be quite honest, I'm happy. So not too much to really go into regarding Dan James, apart from the fact that he's a good signing, and him complemented with some world-class signings, the likes of Bruno Fernandes, a proper centre-back. We've gone through maybe Koulibaly isn't looking like he is a possibility at the moment, unless you're willing to spend 120 odd million £. De Ligt we'll get onto in a minute. And then we spoke about Harry Maguire yesterday. Me personally, I would like him. I want to quickly get on to Romelu Lukaku. He scored 2 goals, I think, last night, was it, for Belgium? He's come out with a few... it depends, really. Me personally, I like Lukaku. I don't want him at United. He's a good striker. Dare I say it, potentially a world-class striker if in the right system and in the right team. So he's come out with some quotes saying basically that he thinks that Conte is the best manager in the world. Now, when you're currently under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, now don't get me wrong, Solskjaer is a new manager. He's by far the best manager in the world. I think it's a little bit... Is it disrespectful? Yeah, I think it is disrespectful. I think it's very disrespectful to come out and say that another manager is the best manager in the world while you're under management of another manager. However, this just proves to me that he's on his way out, to be honest. Now, I'll get up a quote quickly, basically of what Lukaku said. So he basically asked if he expects a busy summer. He says, "If I expect a busy summer, yes." He went and said, "I'm going to enjoy time with family and relax, then make the best decision for my career. Do I have anything yet? Yeah, I do. I have a contract with Manchester United. So I'll talk to my agent to make the best decision." He's off. He's off, really, lads, isn't he? He is off. In regards to Lukaku, he's off. And to be quite honest with you, I do wish him well. I hope that he goes to the Italian league and smashes it. Typical Rom, yeah. Typical Rom. He was good at Everton, though, to be fair. He smashed it at Everton. I thought he'd done very well at Everton. He looked bright. He looked hungry. But if you look at him physically, he's put on a lot of weight from the World Cup, which has made him less mobile. And obviously you would have seen him a lot at Everton, but watching him at United, his mobility is just horrific, really. In a system where I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to want movement, pace, passing, good first touch. Romelu just doesn't fit the system that Ole's going to set up next year. And I think what's best for both parties is for him to move on. He did fail at United. He come with big expectations. In his first year, I think he scored 28 goals in all competitions. So, Everton, I think you got £90 million off us, or 75, and Wayne Rooney. So you got a good deal. He was massive when Everton won against United. Could not believe it. I'm hoping I'm trying to think back to the game you're on about, but to be honest, I probably deliberately have shut that out of my memory, to be honest, because the last 6 years have been fairly horrific. Are you doing a stream at 6 o'clock? FIFA Saved My Life. I don't know if there's much going to be on tonight. I think you've had the major SBCs. In regards to later on, I think we'll have rewards tomorrow. I had the worst. I'll tell you, I had the worst weekend league. I went 10-0 on my first 10 games, and then because I was in a bit of a rush, night off. Yeah, you enjoy your night off, mate. You enjoy your night off. You work hard. You do. Went 10-0, and then come back from work, and I was going out at 4, and I'd be back at 12 p.m. And I thought to myself, I'll get a quick 5 or 6 games in. And I was in one of them moods where he went 2-0 up, and I was just quitting, thinking, so I'll get the next one in. The next thing you know, I went and lost 10 on the bounce right there. So had a bit of a mare, but I thought it's only who's the rewards for? The Serie A. So I was a bit like, none of them really fit my team. But next week you've got La Liga, and they do fit my team. Quickly on Lukaku. Yeah, so I do think he will be off. I do think Lukaku will be off. And I think it's best for all parties. 60 million minimum, I'll take. I'm happy days for all parties. Now, with the departure of Romelu Lukaku, it is questionable as to whether we will find a replacement or if we will go into next season with the likes of Martial and Rashford as our forwards, especially with the signing of Dan James, a winger. It allows Martial, who predominantly plays on the left, to play up front, which I think is his preferred position and where he played in his first season. Bear with me 1 second. I've got a horrible cough at the moment, you see. Nothing better than a bit of H2O right there. Nothing better than a bit of H2O. So, a name which, a big name in football, Antoine Griezmann, brilliant footballer, personally, was meant to come to United in 2017. However, he stayed loyal to Atletico Madrid, which meant that obviously he didn't come to United. At the time, I was gutted, but at the end of the day, loyalty is a rare commodity in football these days. So it is what it is. Now, news has come about. Oh, for some reason the light's gone off, but we're all good. I think we're all good. Now, news has come about. Can you still see me? I don't know. Are we still good? Yep, I think we're okay. News has come about that, well, obviously he's come out and said that he will definitely be leaving Atletico Madrid. Now, with him leaving Atletico Madrid, where's he going to go? So obviously everyone was thinking that then the main place where he will be going is, bear with me 1 sec, guys. I've just got to sort a little bit of light out. This is very unprofessional, but I do apologise. Just bear with me 1 sec. Right, that might help light a little bit, but not too much. But where was I? Back on my man Antoine Griezmann. Yeah, so now the news is obviously that Barcelona is the number one and most anticipated place for Antoine Griezmann to go. Now, what's come about is that apparently Barcelona are actually not that much into signing Antoine Griezmann, especially with the way that he messed them about, like when he messed us about, and then obviously saying that he was going to stay at Atletico Madrid, and as well as him not being a personality in the changing room, in which they want to add to their already high ego based dressing room. If you got the likes of Suarez, you've got Dembele, who apparently he's got a bit of an attitude problem. Messi, who's obviously the one of the goats. Suarez, Coutinho, and then you've got like Busquets, who's obviously been there since the good old days of Barcelona. So now, if he doesn't go to Barcelona and he's officially come out and said that he will be leaving Barcelona, the only real places that strike me as to where Griezmann can go, first of all, is Juventus. Now, I do see him going. I could see him going Juventus, especially with Juventus looking to get rid of the likes of Dybala. Griezmann would be a fit at Juventus, but you kind of think, Lukaku come out and said that the Serie A next year will be a league to watch. Now, whether I agree, I still think the Serie A needs a couple of years to really get back to where it was before all the corruption scandal, etc. But with the likes of Ronaldo there, would the Griezmann come in and help Juventus get to where they want to do and be, which is winning the Champions League? Yeah, it would. It would. Would it be a step up? Yeah, of course it would. Would it fit Griezmann's ego? Now that's kind of where I kind of puts a spanner in the works, as they say for me, in regards to Griezmann, because he's going to go in there. He's going to be in the shadow of Ronaldo. But I do think he would be a very, very good addition to the Juventus side, replacing the likes of maybe a Dybala. Do I see it happening? It could happen. It could happen. And then you've got the likes of PSG. Now, obviously, PSG, yeah, money fountain. What's your opinion on Griezmann? FIFA saved my life. What's your opinion on Griezmann? Do you think he's a bit of a Maradona? Is he a bit of a pre-Maradona? Or do you reckon he could come in and do a job in the Prem? Because if he does come to the Prem, United are obviously the only team that could probably would go for him. Man City, he's not a Man City player. I can't see Guardiola going for him. Now, could he come in and replace Lukaku up front? The only problem I think is, where does he fit in a Ole Gunnar Solskjaer system? It won't, like, he's played off the right for France and for Atletico Madrid, but I don't think he is what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants in a winger. Because if you look at the likes of Dan James as to what we've signed, however, he's got the work rate, and he's not absolutely rapid, but let's not get it twisted. He's not slow. And then obviously the likes of him playing with Paul Pogba. Would that mean that Paul Pogba would want to stay at United with his best pal Antoine Griezmann coming there? These are all things to consider. But it's a weird one, because Antoine Griezmann will be leaving Atletico Madrid this summer, as has been stated by him and the club. Where he goes is a mystery. Would I take him at United personally? Now, this is the problem that United have had over the last 6 years as to why we're in probably the worst part of our history. Obviously, we've been relegated, but we've spent 500 million in the past 6 years, and we've got nowhere near a league title. And to be honest, it's been a huge failure. Now, a lot to say will be down to Ed Woodward and the fact that the owners of our club are American business owners who only really want to profit from the wealthiest club in the world and the club with the highest revenue. Fair play to them. Money makes the world go around. But as a football fan, as a Man United fan, I wake up in the middle of the night with cold sweats because the way our club is run. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, we've gone wrong is the fact that we've bought names. We've bought the likes of a Falcao, a Di Maria, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Romelu Lukaku, Paul Pogba, big names in football, to come and do a job, when the problem lies deeper in the structure and the system at the club. Now, if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says to Ed Woodward, no, I don't want Griezmann because he doesn't fit my system, and we buy him, then we're not moving forward. And to be quite frank, we're actually, any club in the world will want an Antoine Griezmann, but whether or not he will come in and get us back to winning Premier League titles, challenging for big top European trophies, is another matter. Would I take him? It depends, really, because you've got the likes of Gareth Bale on loan, which is floating about. Plus, he'll be about £100 million to buy. I think we'll have to leave him, to be honest, lads. I really do think we'll have to leave him, because 100 million, that's a fat wedge out of the transfer budget. And I'd rather get Gareth Bale on loan for a season and then go and get Jordan Sancho next season once we've got Champions League football. So it's a hard one. If he signed, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be crying and upset, but I definitely do think there will be better alternatives to an Antoine Griezmann. And finally, De Ligt. We spoke about De Ligt yesterday. News broke this morning that apparently De Ligt and PSG have reached a agreement. Where do I stand on this? Now, I'm going to come across as a massive hypocrite here because of what I'm about to say. But if if De Ligt goes to PSG, he is only going there for money. Now, anyone can say that would be the same with if he was to go to Manchester United. He's only going for the money. However, is it? No, I'm going to be very biased here, but I think if he goes to United, it's more than the money. Obviously, he's going to get big dough. However, he's part of a project. He's part of probably the biggest football club in England. He's going to be part of a rebuild. He's going to be the man at United. Whereas if he goes to a PSG, he's just another centre back getting loads of dough on top with the likes of Thiago Silva and Marquinhos. So it's a difficult one, really. But yeah, the most recent news is the fact that he has agreed a deal to go to PSG. Now, me personally, I just think this is a bit of a play in the sense of trying to get United to up their dough to match PSG's offer. But to be quite honest now, especially with the fact that of the news that PSG and Man United are being used as a tool for De Ligt to go to for the next couple of years, and then in a couple of years then go off to the likes of Barcelona. Nah, mate. Nah, sling your hook, mate. I'm not. Nah. Up your arse, mate. Up your arse. Nah, I'm not. You don't come to United to develop and then fuck off to Barcelona in a couple of years. No, you come to United because you want to come to United, and that's the problem that we've dealt with. Although De Ligt is a proper fucking centre back, and he will be unreal for us. If that's the deal, no, I'd rather leave him. I'd rather get a Maguire. I'd rather wait and then get Maguire. You've got Twanzebe coming through, the likes of that. So yeah, it's a difficult one, but I do think we are being used for extra money. If it does turn out that we do sign De Ligt, I'll be over the moon. But yeah, little roundup. So we've signed Daniel James, young prospect. Hopefully that's one official. Now let's get the likes of Bruno Fernandes in and a centre back and an Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Let's get all these guys in before we go and tour for pre-season, etc. But yeah, I think I'll leave you there, guys. You got Lukaku saying he's off, so he's off. So we can be happy there. If you're just joining us, comment down below. We're talking about United, but yeah, De Ligt going to PSG. Griezmann, would you take him? I'm a bit here and there really with him, but yeah, listen, guys, we're going good. If you're here, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Big thanks to FIFA Saved My Life. If you are watching, check his channel out if you're into your FIFA and all that. And yeah, sweet lads, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.